Hello everyone. Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you as always for being here. Whether you're catching me in the early morning or late at night when you should be asleep, but you're like, let me watch one more video. Because I know there's a few of you. There's at least a few of you that are on your backs right now in bed or on the couch and it's dark around you and you have the phone right here and you're like, I gotta stop scrolling YouTube. I'm talking to you right now. Let's go ahead and listen to some more Traffic. We're moving on into the next track of John Barleycorn Must Die. The first track opening side 2 of the album, Stranger to Himself, of course, released in 1970. Hope that you guys have enjoyed listening to some Traffic with me. Hopefully you're not stuck in some traffic out there. But if you are, hands on the wheels, eyes ahead, and don't be looking down at the video. You can listen to the audio, but you can't be looking at the video. Let's go ahead and listen to the song. We will talk about it after. Here we go. Piano flutter.
Struggling with confusion, disillusionment too.
Slow roll down.
Can turn a man into a shadow, crying out from God. Through his nightmare vision, he sees nothing, only
I love that piano and guitar back and forth. When it brings it back down here, great moment. Got a scorcher. Slowing down, or is that just me? You hear that fat bass groove there? Backing it up with a heavy spine. Piano's going, guitar's going. I mean, obviously the whole band is insanely talented, but Winwood, I mean, just absolutely wonderful. I really love the back and forth as a whole throughout this track between the piano and the guitar. You especially hear it in that moment that I kept on referencing, right? Like that back and forth, that bum bum. That little back and forth between the guitar and piano, that's such a succulent little moment. That's fantastic. And then the ending of the track brings that moment and basically allows it to grow, brings it up to fruition. So they're going back and forth really hard while you got this nice rock and bass groove in the back, just funking it up just steadily. It's not rocking the boat, but it is providing a little bit of a wave beneath all of the movement there. And then the guitar solo goes on, and then eventually that piano comes alongside with it, and they just kind of duke it out right there. And I like how at the end, like right at the end there, they both do their little, I don't know what you would call it, but those little quick repeated notes, you know, just to kind of bring that escalation to a culmination there. But they both do the same notes, like to really bring it up to that end. And instead of dropping you off, they put you at a little bit of a fade out, which is fine. That's fine. I like how they kind of rambled off into the distance like that. Obviously, singing is great in here. I think the bass playing is a little bit underrated because you're probably paying more attention, like I was, to the guitar and the piano, but the bass playing is not slacking whatsoever. That's a nice song that sounds like a nice cross between like bluesy tones, but also country. It's like a blues country kind of sound, which is literally what I said, it's blues and country. Struggling with confusion, disillusionment too, can turn a man into a shadow crying out from pain. Through his nightmare vision he sees nothing, only well. Blind with the beggar's mind, he's but a stranger. He's but a stranger to himself. Suspended from a rope inside a bucket down a hole. His hands are torn and bloodied from the scratching at his soul. Interesting. Okay, we have some really interesting imagery here. So the song title, Stranger to Himself. So you're a stranger to your own self. You don't know yourself. And I mean, looking at like the first verse there, you know, struggling with confusion, disillusionment, not quite knowing who you are, your self-identity, and kind of struggling with that. And it says that it can turn a man into a shadow of his former self, right? So we're getting this little bit of disassociation now, even. Then, through his nightmare vision, he sees nothing. Beggar's mind, he's a stranger to himself. But it's the last verse that's kind of graphic in a little bit of the detail. Suspended from a rope, inside of a bucket, down a hole. Like, this is the lowest of lowest places that is being described here. And then the state of the person. His hands are torn and bloodied. Why are they torn and bloodied? From scratching at his soul. Like, almost like clawing at himself, trying to get into himself to see who he truly is. That is such, like, great imagery. Really succinctly put. I mean, it's only of 2 verses and chorus. That's really, really good. I like the idea and like I said, the imagery of that self, I guess, looking for yourself and identity so hard that you actually harm yourself and you lose yourself, like Eminem stated. Huh. Who would have thought? Let me know what you guys thought of the track in the comments down below. You can follow me over on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you, as always, for being here, and I hope you come back tomorrow, guys. Bye.